Hey, what's up everyone? In this video we're going to go over WordPress settings. So the first thing you want to do is log into WordPress, and you do that by simply going to your domain /wp-admin, and once you type that in, it'll redirect you, probably if you're not logged in, to WordPress/login.php. So you can go to either one of those to log in, enter your username or password, and that will bring you to the dashboard. So this is the main dashboard for WordPress for your website, and the first thing we want to do is check out the settings and make sure they're set properly. So let's check our basic site settings. First, look over on the left sidebar. That's where all the different options are, and find users in the left sidebar. Click on users, then click on your profile, and that's where you edit your personal information, email, nickname, and password. If you want to add other users, you can do that by clicking on add new. For now, I'm going to leave this info alone, so if you make any changes, just make sure that you hit save when you're finished before you move on to the next screen. So next, I want to go to the settings. So if you look in the left sidebar again, you'll see settings, and when you click on settings, you should see a bunch of options under that. Under general settings, you can change the site title to include your primary keyword or the name of your business. The tagline isn't visible on most themes, but you can put something in there if you want. And the WordPress address is where you can change your site from www or without the www. It doesn't really matter, but you want to be consistent when you get links. You don't want people linking to both the www version and the non-www version because they're different domains from a technical standpoint. So whichever one you choose, just be consistent in how you display your URL and link to your website. The rest is pretty self-explanatory. Change the info if you need to. Make sure you click on Save Changes at the bottom. And let's move on to the next setting, which, if you look over in the left, is writing. So I'll click on writing in the left column under settings. There's not much to change on this page. If you plan on posting via email, you can set that up down here. The update services are simply notifications to different services when you make changes or post new articles. Some people think it helps to add a bunch of services, and others don't worry about it at all. Either way, it's not that important. I'll include a list of update services you can add if you want, and then if you make any changes, hit Save Changes, and let's go on to the next setting, which is reading. So I'll click on reading, and under the reading settings, you can choose which page you want to display for the home page. In other words, what will people see when they go to your home page, your root domain? And if you want a specific page to be the home page, you click on this option and choose the page you want to display. Obviously, you can only choose pages that you've already created, so we'll have to create the page first. Now, depending on which theme you use, you might not use this setting at all. Sometimes you have to make this change through the theme settings, not the WordPress settings. The second choice is to choose which page will display your blog post. Your blog page is just an index of your post. That's it. A blog post is really just a page that is also indexed on your blog page. There's no difference between a page and a post, except a post or an excerpt of the post is displayed on your blog page. Again, some themes require that you choose it via the theme settings, not in the WordPress settings. So you have to make sure you check your theme settings first. So leave the top settings alone for now, and if necessary, you can come back and make the change. Your blog page is just an index page. The page that displays a snippet of your blog post. You can choose how many snippets will show up on your blog page here. So in other words, if you want 10 articles, then you can choose 10. If you want only 4, then you can choose 4. And again, this setting is sometimes controlled through your theme settings, so you got to check that. You can leave the syndication feed or change it if you know what that means. I always leave the full text option selected here because I like to choose where the break is in my articles, and I'll show you how to add your own break when we create blog posts. For now, just leave the setting as it is. Search engine visibility. It's one of the most important settings to check. If this option is checked, that means you will get no traffic from search engines. That's a very bad thing. So always verify that this option is unchecked once you're ready to launch your website. People do use it sometimes while they're building their website, but don't forget to uncheck it if you do use it. For now, I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'll click Save Changes. So let's go to the next one, which is discussion settings. So I'll click on discussion, and these are the settings for the comments on your blog posts and your pages. If you don't want comments, then uncheck this option. If you want to approve all comments before they're posted, make sure this is checked. Take a look at the settings and set it up however you want. There's a lot of comment spam out there, so most of the notifications and pingbacks and everything is just spam. It can be annoying and a waste of time dealing with all of the comment spam. So as you progress, you might want to make adjustments to your discussion settings. I'll leave it like this for now. Click Save Changes and move on to media settings. The media settings can be helpful if you know the width of your columns and you want to easily select the right size for your images when you insert them into pages. For example, I know a page with a right sidebar will be 680 pixels wide, so I can put that in here. And if it's a full width page, it's going to be 960 pixels. I can put that in here under large. So once I hit Save Settings, it should give me the option to select those sizes when I insert an image into a page. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about with that, don't worry about it now. It's not important. It's just important that you know this is where your media options, your media settings are. So I'll hit Save Changes and move on to permalinks. The permalink settings are important for SEO. You want to make sure that it's set on post name and then click Save Changes. We can always edit the URL for each individual page, but we definitely want to use keywords in the domain name, not random numbers. So those are the basic WordPress settings, and that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one.